Hello, ladies. It is Tiffany of Clarity, Confidence, Courage, Women's Empowerment, and I'm coming to you today to talk about what it means to be open to the possibilities of life. Ladies, the reason I bring up this topic is because I hear so many women that I coach say, well, Tiffany, I can't have that, or there's nothing around like that, or I've tried and it doesn't work. And I'm like, really? Really? You've tried that much? Have you looked at all of your options? Have you looked at all the possibilities that are right there in front of you? And they're like, what possibilities? Ladies, we are surrounded by possibilities. And so in this video, I want to talk about why it is so important for you to look at all your options and be open to all the possibilities that life has to offer. Now, before we jump into that content, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the channel if you're new to help boost me up in the algorithm so I can help other women learn about the possibilities of life. So ladies, the reason I want to talk about understanding and being open to all possibilities in life is because whenever I coach women one-on-one and we're thinking about their dreams or we're thinking about their goals, a lot of times they'll say, well, Tiffany, I want XYZ, but I don't know if that's possible, or I don't have the resources, or no one in my family has ever done that, or whatever it may be. And I always say, well, have you been open? What are your options? Let's look at all your options. Let's get all the options on the table. And when we get all the options on the table, then let's take a look at the possibilities of what could happen. I've had clients who say, Tiffany, I want to meet a husband. I want to meet a man. I'm tired of being single. And I'm like, okay, well, are you dating? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, why aren't you dating? Why aren't you going on dates? Because there are no men. And I always laugh. And I'm like, there's men everywhere. There's men every day. I see new men. I don't even see the same men. I see new men. Don't tell me there's not enough men. Men are everywhere. They're scattered all over. There are men all over the world, all in cities. They're everywhere. So I always tell women, like, why can't you seem to find a man? There's men everywhere. And they'll say, well, to me, I can't seem to attract the right man. And I always say, well, what does that mean? Like, that has no meaning until you put actual words to it. When you say the right man, how explain to me what that means. And so when we really get clear, and I tell my clients, get clear on what it is you desire, that's when you will start to see all of the possibilities around you. So many times my clients have this image in their head of what, quote, quote, the right man would be for them. And I say, that doesn't make any sense, because what you're saying you desire is not something that would probably fit your life and what you want as far as your goals. So how about we take a look at specifically the type of character traits, personality traits that this quote unquote man would have, and start from there. And as we go down the list and I ask them, how does this man make you feel? When you're around him, what do you talk about? What does this man do for a living? What does his finances look like? I mean, and be open to possibilities, ladies, because there's all types of men that do all types of jobs. So I say, let's get down to the nitty gritty. And I specifically tell women, don't limit yourself. Don't put yourself in a box and say, I can only date this type of man. There's men everywhere, all types of men. So look at the possibilities of life and get it out of your head that there is only one route to a wonderful man and the best man that would be good for you. Ladies, let's talk about career, because even in career, I find women saying to me, Tiffany, I want a better job, or I want a promotion at my job, but it's just not happening. It's just not possible. And I always say, why is it not happening? Why is it not possible? And they'll say something like, well, I'm not sure if I want to stay here, or I want to do this other job, or I actually want to do something completely different. And so I always say to them, well, let's look at your options. Have you applied to other jobs first? Have you actually applied to other jobs? And they'll say, well, I don't know if I have all the qualifications. And I say, well, apply anyway. The biggest thing they can say is no, or not contact you. But if you never apply, if you never try, if you never open yourself to the possibility that you don't have to have all the qualifications, you can have 50% or 30% of the qualifications and they still might hire you. Anything is possible. When it comes to getting a promotion at your job, I say, well, what have you been doing to get in front of your supervisor to show that you are the best fit for this position? Are you speaking up at meetings? Are you having that conversation one-on-one to go over things with your supervisor that you could be doing to move into that position? Have you talked to people that work in that position so that you can get a feel for what you have to do to get that position? I mean, the options and the possibilities are endless, ladies, but you must take action. Instead of saying, I don't know or I can't do, start thinking about all the options that you have on the table in order to attain that. I've heard women say, well, Tiffany, I don't care. I don't care about the career. It's not even about what I'm doing. I just want more money. I want money, money, money. That's what I want. And I say, okay, well, money is everywhere. Money flows to us in abundance. All we have to do is be open and willing to receive it. So let's think about different ways that you can make money. Yes, you can keep your full-time job and make money from that, as well as having a side hustle and make money from that. There's so many different options you can make money. If there's something specific that you want to do, you could always start your own business. You don't even have to start your own business. You could just start a website and connect a payment terminal to it. Maybe do a YouTube channel. I mean, there's so many different ways to make money. If you're good at arts and crafts and you're really talented at making things, you can sell them online in an Etsy store. I mean, ladies, if money is what you want, you can easily get money. There are so many ways to make money, but you just have to be open to your options and all the possibilities. Now let's talk about location. I always hear this and I've struggled with that too. It's like, Tiffany, I want to move. I want to move to another state, or I want to get a house, or I want to move to another city, or I want to move to another country. And I always say, sure, then, create a plan to do it. And then we hear, but I don't know. And what if this happens? And what about my family? And what about my friends? What if I move there and I can't make any friends? And I always say you have to be open to all possibilities. If that is something you want to do, why don't you start doing scouting trips? What I call scouting trips. If you want to move to a different state, start visiting that state. Start getting accustomed to going to that state, learning about the state, learning about the resources there. Start going to group things in that state. If they have a ladies' night, go to the ladies' night and meet some people. Just because you don't live there doesn't mean you can't start meeting people. Just because you don't live there doesn't mean you can't join groups online for that particular state and start learning and having experiences. I've met so many different people online just from my YouTube channel, just from my business, and I don't even live in the same state. And now we're friends. I know for a fact if I go to that state, they would welcome me with open arms. But you don't know until you open yourself up to all the options that are on the table and all the possibilities that you have for your life. So I really want to do this to really motivate all of my viewers who watch and say, Tiffany, I want more in life. I want a better relationship, a better job. I want a better environment. I want different types of friends. And I always tell them, if that's what you desire, if that is in your heart, then be open to the possibilities of something that you had never thought of before. At the end of the day, most of the clients that come to me want more than anything. What they want the most is to be happy. And being happy may not be in this perfect little box that in your mind you envision. Being happy could be a completely different world than what you thought it was going to be. It's not about what you think you should have. It's about how something makes you feel. So I tell women, I tell my clients, I tell women that I work with, start with the feeling. Start with how you feel. And if something makes you feel happy, then follow that path. Because the truth is, it may not be that you want to move to a different state. It may not be that you want a certain type of man. It may not be even that you want a career change. It may just be that you want happiness and you think that those things are going to give it to you. So if that's what you want, if joy is what you want, start asking yourself the question, what specifically is going to bring me joy? What specifically is going to bring me happiness? And as you start to get the answers, slowly but surely, you will be able to take inspired action. And that inspired action, ladies, may lead you to meeting a man in Starbucks that you had never even paid attention to. And he goes there every single day to get coffee. And this particular day, you decided to smile and say hello. He may be your soulmate. Or that happiness may lead you to staying in the career that you have and just going to a different department and realizing like, wow, I really love this type of work better than I did the type of work I was doing in another department, and I'm still working for the same company. So ladies, be open be open to all the possibilities that you have in life, and don't limit your options. Put all your options on the table and see which one is going to make you happy. It's going to bring you excitement and joy, and is going to really make you love your life. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope for your sake that you are allowing your mind to open itself up to all the possibilities that life has to offer. Now, if you like this video, make sure you share, like, and subscribe. And if you're in a space where you're like, Tiffany, yeah, I need to have more of that mindset. I just am a little bit afraid to open myself up to all of my possibilities and all my options, then definitely click the link below. Get on my calendar for a free coaching strategy call where we'll talk about, some challenges that you might be facing, some ways that you might be holding yourself back, and how to move forward faster. All right, ladies, I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.